Kevin Keegan decides it's time for change, and Pavel Srnicek in goal and defender Robbie Elliott pay the price for the Boxing Day defeat at Blackburn. Shaka Hislop is recalled, and at left back, John Beresford makes his first Premiership start in 2 months. For Hislop in particular, it's been a frustrating wait after his only league appearance was on the opening day of the season. Stefan Iversen scored his first 2 goals since moving from Rosenborg in Spurs' 3-1 Christmas win at home to Southampton. Not surprisingly, Jerry Francis names an unchanged lineup. Choices are limited though. He's without Darren Anderton and Chris Armstrong, as well as latest signing defender John Scales, who was injured after coming on as a substitute. Newcastle's last win in the Premiership was at home to Middlesbrough on November the 3rd. They're now 8 points behind leaders Liverpool with a game in hand, 3 places ahead of Spurs and 3 points in front of them as well. Sol Campbell acting as the last line of defence there, covering across in front of Les Ferdinand. Today's referee is Gerald Ashby from Worcester. Newcastle will be keen to try and get an early start that will encourage them rather more to knock the ball about in the way that St James's Park has come to be accustomed to. Albert looking to plant one through for Shearer, perhaps to chase, but Ian Walker out to gather a ball bouncing slightly awkwardly in front of him. Spurs, who beat Southampton on Boxing Day, and their second win in 7 matches. Peacock with a good jump there. This is Stephen Carr, and flag up on the far side. Plenty of changes at the moment for Spurs in attack, missing both Chris Armstrong and Darren Anderton, of course. John Beresford back in action today. Last game was in Metz in the UEFA Cup. Again, having a chase, Calderwood needs to get goal side of him, and a solid challenge in there. Competition for places now at the back for Tottenham, of course, with John Scales now signed. Campbell and Calderwood have been the regular pairing in the centre of defence. Beresford getting forward as he likes to do. Support from Rob Lee. Well, left a little short there. Either side yet has really strung any passes together. Fairly tentative beginning all round. David Batty, as ever, will be competitive in the midfield. Left a little short, but nodded on all the same. Albert now for Newcastle. Neat bit of control. Shaka Hislop getting a touch, and not the one he would have been looking for with his return to the team. No great danger in the end, though. Gillespie looking for a 1-2, but the tackle was sharply committed there from Calderwood. Albert, the covering defender, with Iversen the attacker. Peacock now defending. Gillespie blocked by Howells. Another long ball forward to chase, but Peacock can steer that back quite comfortably. Now Beresford. Hislop, who started the first game of the season at Everton, only played in the Coca-Cola Cup against Oldham before today's recall. The ball's hit forward so far in the game, with Ferdinand such an obvious target as well. Although in Calderwood and in Campbell, Spurs not exactly lacking aerial presence. Fans on the near side though, indicating that it's Spurs who resume. Wilson. Ferdinand breaks it up this time and gets away from his man. Gillespie with a yard or two to exploit here and get the cross in. Couldn't quite get it that little yard or two further on that would have caused more problems for Tottenham's defence. Actually looking for somebody available, but it's Watson who will choose the opening. Good first touch that was from Shearer. Campbell, and Shearer locks in combat there. There's a formidable barrier, Sol Campbell, and Shearer was trying to wrestle his way past him there. Shearer can give as good as he gets as well, though. Shearer and Campbell together there. Campbell just intent on policing that one out of play. Gillespie nipping in there. Shearer tried to chest it down, but didn't quite come off. And Peacock needs to be alert here. Everson is bearing down on him, not risking the ball back to the keeper. Beresford leaving that one a bit short. Tottenham trying to open up the Newcastle defence, but brought back for the offside. Sheringham usually linking up with Armstrong furthest forward, but forced into a rather different role today, presumably. Here's Ferdinand. Opened up nicely by Beardsley for Gillespie. And have a run at Wilson perhaps, but he gets the corner kick after deciding to hit the cross in early. And a chance here perhaps for Newcastle to put some first real pressure on Ian Walker. Plenty of targets, including the England captain, as Beardsley knocks it across. Batty appeals there straight away for the offside from the Tottenham defence. And that one breaks down as well. Newcastle fans only seen the passes flow so far. No Tottenham ones either, for that matter. Shove there by Albert. Free kick quickly taken. Spurs off and running again. Really needed to get over the top of that one, Teddy Sheringham. Certainly struck some impressive goals from around the edge of the box. Just had to readjust, and it was sliced as well, and never going to trouble Hislop. Good jump by Ferdinand. Still, the attacking moves not exactly flowing at the moment. Watson. Ferdinand. One cut out by Wilson. Newcastle have struggled to get that zip into their passing game, which was so much their trademark in recent seasons. Jerry Francis will be happy to see his Spurs team trying to contain Newcastle in these opening 8 minutes, just to get a steady foothold into the game. Albert. Square from Howells out to Stephen Carr. Sinton not getting much change there out of Beresford. Still very congested there from Newcastle's point of view. Tottenham not letting them escape. Hasn't even got the room to just play it to safety. It needed a saving tackle there from John Beresford. And Spurs' diligence there in pressing gets the reward of a corner kick. Will Fox back on familiar territory. Nielsen in there as well. Didn't reach them. Shearer protesting his innocence there. Carr getting the worst of it from a raised boot across the chest, I think. There to compete for, Shearer no doubt would claim. Didn't get it under control, and the boot was high, just below the neck, fortunately for Stephen Carr. Spurs get the free kick. Dangerous position. Wilson is there. Sheringham looks as though the sort of man that would fancy a crack from here. Sheringham trying it, but it was straight into the wall. Did the player charge the ball down just too sharply? Yes, indeed. Rob Lee gets a yellow card. Well, severe, I would have thought. Not exactly a capital offence, but in the book all the same. And Sheringham will get another chance to maybe get his shot on target. Sheringham again, a better effort. Not by a lot, he got it over the wall, but couldn't get it on the target either. Trying to get the curl it needed, but it was never going to worry the keeper. See the wall breaking to try and open up the angle. But that was about the top and bottom of it. Beresford. Shearer getting a good old buffeting there and getting the free kick as well. Beardsley off running quickly again, Newcastle. Beresford determined to take over, but his old teammate Will Fox breaks it up. Carr. Can only find touch. Here's Rob Lee. Batty. Beardsley. Not a very convincing clearance, and Peacock tries one. Walker's first really direct shot on goal. Not one with the power to concern him over much. Peacock pressing forward there. One goal so far this season, but not from that effort. On to chase here, Ferdinand and Campbell. Batty in there sharply enough. And Gillespie for support, and he finds him. He's got to work the room for the cross still. Support arriving, but settled for the throw. Gillespie with a bit of room now. Wanted to go outside, headed for the players rather than the space on that occasion. Leaves the corner kick to his skipper. There going up towards the near post to add extra problems. Carr looking to get it away. Fall straight back in. Ferdinand with the layback there for Batty to take over again. Nice bit of work there from David Batty. Straight through to Ian Walker. Beardsley just trying to lift it over the defence, perhaps for someone to run onto, but it was falling between all the stools then. Everson. It was a fairly harmless effort in the end. Shearer going all the way. Good save from Walker. Some argument there. And Shearer saying that needed Walker's touch. Shearer, as usual, wasting absolutely no time to get his shot in. Quite so easy to tell from that replay angle. Shearer obviously felt that got a fingertip from Ian Walker, who would presumably be pleased to claim the credit, but didn't want to concede the corner kick. Referee said, though, goal kick. Wilson. Harrison under it impressively. Now Rule Fox. Wasn't a bad ball in at all. It was Andy Sinton who came in on the blind side there. Newcastle's marking had gone adrift. Fox lifting it right across the Newcastle defence. Challenge was there in the middle, the marking very definitely was not. Sinton couldn't get it under control to punish Newcastle further. 15 minutes gone, still no score. Newcastle at home, of course, have only won 5 out of 9. Drawn with Liverpool and West Ham, and lost to Arsenal in the last 3 Premiership games. Here at St James's Park, that is. Again, looking to put their passes together and get forward. Nielsen there trying to find Fox, one presumes, but it was really just directed over there into the space. Usual full house, of course. Ferdinand challenging there with Calderwood. Fox. Beresford. Nice bit of control there from Beardsley. And Gillespie offering the option out wide. Sinton there to try and hold him up. Watson supporting. Wilson the defender. Now Watson might look for more support. And he finds it. And Gillespie working well together as Watson gets the cross in finally. As far as Beresford. Ferdinand. Ferdinand has the strength in these situations. He's still got the ball. Beardsley. The deflection could have been awkward. Beardsley can put so much power in his shots with even minimum backlift. That one spinning away from Ian Walker's goal, but at least giving Newcastle the corner kick. Beardsley taking the corners himself this afternoon. Peacock challenging for it. So too Ferdinand. Appeals for the handball there against Campbell. Not seconded by the referee, and Spurs get it half away, but back come Newcastle again. Campbell the man under threat there. Beardsley towards the near post. Diving clearance. Everson right back there defending. Shearer gets to it. Gillespie now trying to keep it moving. Howell's behind him. Wilson looking to close down Batty, who gives him no time. Watson. Beardsley, Albert, Lee, still Newcastle managing to keep the move going forward, and Albert, one dropping out of the skies there, comfortably for Ian Walker. Newcastle's defenders looking to push up when they get the chance. That's one for Hislop. Shove there from Sol Campbell on Les Ferdinand. Powerful confrontation there between those two players. Ferdinand has a terrific jump when he wants to, but Campbell is a huge figure. Beresford knocking it into the middle, no progress there. Spurs can play it away. Nielsen out wide for Everson. Well, the supporting run was from David Howells. It needed a really deft touch to try and worry Hislop from there. They tend to enjoy their afternoon out on Tyneside. No goals to cheer yet, though. Maybe now. Shearer's on a run. Shearer's still on a run. That's a great goal from Alan Shearer. He takes some stopping this fella when he gets going. 1-0 to Newcastle, just coming up for 20 minutes, and Shearer on the mark again. He just churns out the goals. Eye on the ball, never going to stop, no matter how many men challenged him. And a fine finish again. Only one thing on his mind when he gets in that position, goal, and goal it was again. Number 14 of the season for Shearer. Eyes glued to it. Lovely touch again, just stretching, perfectly placed wide of Walker. Super goal again from Alan Shearer, and Newcastle have the goal that just might settle them down. Newcastle 1, Spurs 0, 20 minutes gone now, and it's Kevin Keegan's team who take charge. Goals haven't flowed in quite the same way for Newcastle that they have for Alan Shearer since he joined the Magpies. It's only Newcastle's 29th goal in this, their 20th game. Compare that with Liverpool, who scored 37 from their first 20 matches. And you can see that till now Newcastle haven't been in their normal free scoring style. They've got the 1-goal advantage here, and that just might be what gets them back in the rhythm. Spurs, though, to give them their due, have looked to get forward when they've had the chance. And now they've got a corner as they look to try to get back into this one straight away. Albert organising his defence. Fox with the corner. It's Howells up there. A couple of touches on the way through, and by the time it reached Shaka Hislop, there was no power left. Fox's corner. Howells got to it all right, and it was Sheringham, in fact, who got in on the end of it, and Batty was there as well, but it was all dealt with by Hislop. Ferdinand, another huge leap. Shearer trying to battle his way through for that one, and Ferdinand's got it now. Out wide to Gillespie, he's got space. Ferdinand. Beardsley, Ferdinand, goal! Ferdinand got the touch, and that's 2-0. Beardsley's shot, Ferdinand with the reactions, and Newcastle's fans are on their feet again. Gillespie got the ball in sharply, came out for Beardsley, one touch to set it up, and that was Ferdinand there, sticking out the right boot and turning it into the corner of the net. Gillespie had the space and the room. It was getting deflected all over the place. Beardsley opening up space for his shot, and Ferdinand, quick thinking, quick feet. Beardsley with the assist, and now Newcastle are 2 up after 23 minutes. A swift double strike from their lethal striking partnership. Shearer and Ferdinand do it again. Keegan and McDermott and Mark Lawrenson in animated discussion on the bench. And he'll be mighty pleased to see the goals flowing again. Watson. Beardsley through for Ferdinand on a good run. Walker came out well to make it hard for him. But Ferdinand will have been looking to try and put that one away. Newcastle really starting to buzz now, and the crowd sense it. That one given away by Watson, though. Andy Sinton. David Howells. Spurs being pushed further and further back, and all the way to Ian Walker, in fact. Hislop by far the less occupied of the two keepers on his return to the team. Newcastle looking to storm forward now. That one for Batty was behind Rob Lee, who couldn't turn and keep it in play. Sinton has Batty there, snapping away at him. Just a nudge in the back there from the England midfielder. Another England midfielder, of course. Former, anyway. All the way forward, wasn't given too much of a chance of knocking anything back into the danger area again. Spurs trailing by 2 goals. No complaints from the home supporters, especially if they remember that Tottenham have only scored 21 goals so far. And now they have to find a couple more to try and even come on level terms in this one. Well, as many away from home as at home. 4 at White Hart Lane and 4 on their travels. They'll have to go some to get maximum points out of this one. Trailing by 2 goals to 0. And less than half an hour on the clock. Down for Shearer to try to chase. Fox slipping over there, and Lee can get possession. Ferdinand, touch was short for Batty though. Nielsen felt that one all right. Ashby just checking that the Dane is okay. Lee, Beardsley, Shearer has dropped out wide. Even Ferdinand in the middle, so close to his second. Ferdinand got the 2 goals when Newcastle won at White Hart Lane in September. Really fancying it today against the club he supported as a boy. Just the wrong side of the upright there. Really gets up a tremendous height, but not on target that one. Well brought down by Lee. He brings in Beresford now. Continued his run, but the ball not delivered. Good interception there by Batty. Beardsley can be dangerous from there. Well held, Ian Walker. Great interception that by Batty. Beardsley was off, had it all sized up. Unusual way to strike the ball, but it was nearly mighty effective. The left foot outside of it, flicking it as well, trying to curve it away from the keeper, but Walker stretching. Not many people would even try to hit it like that. Off the bench there. Gillespie receiving the treatment. Gillespie on his feet while Shearer was involved with discussions on the touchline. Kevin Keegan desperate to end this dismal run, 7 Premiership games without a victory, but Newcastle well on their way now, 2 up against Tottenham. Mr. Ashby will resume play with the drop ball. It's a Newcastle free kick. Gillespie brought down there. Tackle from Nielsen unacceptable. And it's a yellow card. Second booking of the game. Mobley also booked for Newcastle. Beardsley. Beresford getting his strength on the ball to get him through that one. Shearer, a great bit of control as well. Ferdinand keeping it moving as well. Ferdinand was dumped on the deck there. A challenge from David Howells. Beresford still going strong though. Didn't reach Ferdinand. Shearer trying to get it goalwards. Still Newcastle can't get it down. And Tottenham sort of get it away. Nielsen now. Sinton takes up the running. Sheringham had dropped out wide. Not a bad break this by Tottenham, but they've given possession back to Newcastle now. Carr getting round his man, but out of play. Spurs throw. Play on, says the referee. Had a very clear view of that challenge. Newcastle have got it themselves anyway. Beresford cramped there by Will Fox. Looking to get the distance on the throw, but not enough to get past Stephen Carr. Shearer chesting it down. That's a Spurs free kick. A £15 million striker just leaning and turning into his man there, as strikers do. And Shearer knows all the tricks of the trade. Sinton not getting any change out of Steve Watson. Time Sinton himself concedes the throw. Peacock needs to sprint there, with Sheringham closing him down and trying to get the tackle in, but to no avail. Good save again, Walker. Beardsley knocks it in again. Gillespie trying to get round the back door, but it was closed at the last gasp. Ferdinand really getting his shot in quickly there, and with power. Walker one-handed. Newcastle's corner. Not a convincing clearance at all, and they were lucky to escape with that one. It just fell harmlessly in the end for Ian Walker. Shearer, with a 2-goal advantage, can afford to smile a little more than normal, perhaps. Fine control by Shearer, holding off his man as well. Here's Shearer again. Fox doing the defending work there. Shearer making sure he holds off Calderwood once more. Beardsley first time to Gillespie. Watson up there as well. Beardsley. Gillespie out wide. Has to beat his man again. Instead it's for Watson. Ferdinand couldn't get his head to it. Beresford into the middle. Ferdinand not able to bring that one down. Everson. Fox. Walker not getting any height at all on that clearance, and Newcastle straight back at Spurs again. This is Gillespie. Wilson, the defender, still he's got to get the cross in. Someone has. Gillespie turns again. Wilson not to be thrown. Beardsley losing out there. Fox giving away to Rob Lee. Batty takes over. Gillespie wanted to let it run. Gets it back from Watson. Batty again taking charge. Now Gillespie. And he gets the cross in. Campbell is there. Sheringham. Campbell being hassled there by Beardsley, but still it's Spurs who come forward. And this is Sinton. Backed him off in a yard or two. So Albert got his tackle in and can't believe he's been penalised. As a foul, said Mr. Ashby. Just catching his ankle there after he'd made the challenge. And Spurs get the free kick. Just over 5 minutes left in this first half. Spurs desperate for a way back. Gillespie has got a blow, and Derek Wright, the physio, is just checking him. It's a little blank for the moment. Free kick comes to nothing, straight into that ruck of Newcastle players again. Calderwood wide. Albert jumping well, and Beresford finally gets it clear. Gillespie not too clever. May well decide to see it through till half-time, but meanwhile Ferdinand is on defensive duty, but Shearer is still up there, right at the front of the attack. And now the break's on. It's Albert moving from back to front. Watson. That was cut out illegally by Andy Sinton. Newcastle get the free kick. Be the second booking for Spurs. Howell's perhaps chipping in where he would have been advised not to bother. Substitution then by Kevin Keegan. Gillespie out of the game. On comes Lee Clark, who will take up a more central midfield role. Newcastle then without either of their two usual wide men in David Ginola, who's still injured, and now Keith Gillespie. So it's a wingless Newcastle formation at the moment, with Clark slipping in alongside Batty more. Clark, who used to hold that anchor role in midfield himself, of course, until David Batty arrived. Ginola, spectator today, as is now his wing partner Keith Gillespie. Wonder if bringing on a more defensive-minded midfield player in Lee Clark has altered Newcastle's attacking possibilities. We'll find out. Batty. Watson with the throw. Campbell's marking was tight. Keegan must be a lot more relieved than normal. Would have been even happier if that deflection had actually gone past Ian Walker. It's a sort of incident that could have brought anything. Brought a corner kick as it happens. The third now for Newcastle will absolutely kill off Spurs. Beardsley knocks it in. Good jump by Ferdinand again, though he couldn't connect. This is Rob Lee. Only half a yard or so over the top. It was Lee's shot. Looking to get back on his own goal trail. Just one in 24 starts this season, but not far away with that one. It's a typical sort of Rob Lee position to shoot from and score from. Albert's challenge. Beardsley. Campbell to it. Peacock getting down on his knees almost to that one. Clark. Hislop has had a pretty easy ride so far. Beardsley. That's a fine ball for Ferdinand. Have to race to keep that one in. momentum carried him just over the line there after his touch. That at least kept the ball in. Ferdinand, though, will be pleased to have got back into a scoring routine. 6 games without a goal before today. Wilson. Here goes Robley again. Beresford. Newcastle finishing the half so strongly. Here's Beardsley now. Clark pushed right on into the middle as well, but it didn't reach him. Peacock. Forward there for Albert and on now to Batty. Watson. Watson again. And Walker, watch that one drift behind. Sheringham. Chance there to bring virtually the first save of the first half from Shaka Hislop. Stefan Iversen with the strike. It's not a bad break at all. Good on target, but just hit the ground too far in front of Hislop to really keep any power on the strike. Hislop, though, will be pleased to have got behind it solidly as the whistle goes for half-time, with Newcastle well in control. Those two are at it again. Alan Shearer putting Newcastle ahead, and his striking partner Les Ferdinand also on the mark. 2 goals in quick fire midway through the first half that puts Newcastle well on their mettle. Half-time score, Newcastle United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Spurs deciding to make a substitution right at the start of this second half. It's Jason Dozel coming on in place of Andy Sinton, and Spurs certainly needing a bit of inspiration from somewhere, trailing by 2-0. Newcastle, of course, failed to beat Spurs in the Premiership at St James's Park since their return to the top flight. Jerry Francis knowing, though, that his team has a very definite uphill battle on its hands now. Newcastle looking to build on that 2-0 lead and just get the points in the bag, which are so important at the moment if they're to keep on the heels of Liverpool at the top of the table, but also if they can really get back into their stride and start to play the sort of football that's become very much a part of the accepted scene here at St James's Park. Fans are used to winning at home and used to Newcastle winning in some style. It's been the most deflating period of Kevin Keegan's time in charge this run. It's certainly looking brighter now, and brighter at the start of the second half. So that one was whipped in by Beardsley for Lee, who'd made up the ground from midfield. Here's Rule Fox, not having very many happy returns to St James's. Peacock with the nod down. Hislop really just that save at the end of the first half, putting him under any sort of pressure. Peacock as well at the back has been in pretty well total control. Ferdinand winning that one well. Shearer challenging with Calderwood. Beardsley scampering after the ball, but Campbell keeping fairly cool and playing it forward. Didn't reach Fox. Beresford gives Hislop a touch. Watson keeps it in. Here's Dozel, the substitute. Batty's chasing, stopping Tottenham, making progress. Well won back by David Batty. Here goes Shearer again. Lifted into the middle. Carl was always looking over his shoulder. And Ferdinand with the challenge there. Newcastle get it back again. Really working for possession here and getting it, Newcastle. Albert on the rampage now. Here comes Shearer. Had to meet it first time. Stealing it on the blind side and nearly pinching number 3. Albert starting to move forward. Dangerous ball that. Shearer got to it first, wrong side of the upright. Albert knew exactly what he was trying to do. Had a look up first. And Wilson was caught wrong-footed. Hislop having to hurry. It was nearly fatal there with Everson closing down quickly. Hislop just getting a little bit of the benefit of the bounce there. Come Newcastle again. Back by Calderwood to Walker. Watson. Didn't reach Shearer. Peacock under pressure there. A bit of arguing going on from the Spurs skipper Teddy Sheringham against that decision. Ferdinand shoved out of the affair, and here goes Fox now. Everson is in the middle. Sheringham trying to get round the back. Didn't fall for him. He stopped. Did he carry that one out of play? Trying to get away with it, but the officials not wearing it. Tottenham desperate for an early strike back, which would give them some sort of hope. The third goal for Newcastle would really steamroller the Londoners' chances of salvaging anything from this trip north. Calderwood is up there, trying to cause a bit of extra damage. Shearer got to it. Sheringham making a complete hash of knocking that one back into the middle. Usually has a very controlled touch for a big man. That time just skimming off him. Shearer also back on defensive duties, and Ferdinand as well. All part of the job. Albert has to scamper, but Hislop had it all weighed up. Celicek and Ginola both out of the action at the moment. One through choice, one through circumstance. Well, the choice certainly not the Czech goalkeepers. Here's the man who's taking his place at the moment, Hislop. Doesn't want to let that one run on too far. Now Newcastle have got possession through Watson. Clark. Shearer back into space. There was no one there. No one remotely in that sort of territory. It's down to Clark and to Watson, the fullback, to supply the crosses from out wide, with Gillespie off, of course, and no Ginola as we saw a minute ago. He's on the bench, not ready for action. So it's up to the midfield players, particularly Lee Clark and Rob Lee, to provide the width and provide the service from the flanks. Shearer, and rather for Rob Lee. And again, Beresford's control just letting him down a moment. With it, Watson steaming along out wide. Here's the fullback, Wilson, his opposite number there. Good run through the middle as well. Batty making up ground, getting into the sort of position you'd normally expect to see. Alan Shearer putting it in the air, but getting on top of it and steering the ball on target was just one job too many. Very quickly from the deep positions he normally patrols. Batty returning it to Watson, and back for Batty again. Passing, opening up the room. Beardsley. Blocked there by David Howells. Well, Hislop losing his balance, but the ball coming onto him and giving him the chance to get back on his feet. Panic over. Watson. Just lifted over the top for Lee Clark. Chance to measure the cross, but again, nobody on the end of it. Certainly nobody in the 18-yard box, though Rob Lee can keep it moving Newcastle's way. Beresford for Lee. Lee trying the other route, looking for, or hoping for rather, a quick return. Jason Dazelle, the substitute, looks in a bit of trouble there. Tottenham are being forced to substitute the substitute. The man coming on knows all about that sort of role. Coming off the bench, Ronnie Rosenthal had the old super sub mantle in his time, but Dazelle, after only 9 odd minutes of the second half, is forced to come off, and it's Ronnie Rosenthal, who's yet to start a Premiership game for Spurs this season, into the action. And straight into the action. Rosenthal just held up there as he went for the return ball, spotted by referee Gerald Ashby. Book 3 in the first half. Lee, Nielsen and Howells. Not really a tackle to flinch at in the game so far, though. Beresford just able to let it drift away for the goal kick. Beresford back in the reckoning. His pace and willingness to bomb up and down that left-hand touchline is certainly an asset, and certainly something that gives Newcastle's team a little bit more pace at times. And they are a side who've always looked that much more impressive when the ball has been whipped from player to player at some rate of knots. Shearer's away. Not sure what he was looking to do there. Certainly wasn't that, I think, judging by his expression and reaction. Even the top men can indulge in a little bit of self-criticism by the looks of it. Walcott was first to that one. Still, Newcastle have to repel this attack. Here's Rosenthal. Beresford improvising to get it half away. Now Newcastle's defence has got it completely under control. Campbell using his height. Howell's left on the deck there. Steve Carr takes up the running now. Fox with a quick turn. Shunted out wide there by David Batty, snapping away at Rule Fox. Fox lifting it forward. Everson is the man on the chase. Batty. Shearer is wide. Batty takes over again. Ferdinand with the run. Pulled Calderwood over with him. Watson, Batty. Batty again. Beresford. Newcastle moving the ball about very smoothly indeed. Beardsley beating the man to open up the extra bit of space. Beresford. Ferdinand! It's a second for Les Ferdinand. And all that passing and patience pays off with the telling ball in, and Ferdinand, as ever, the man on the end of it. Plenty of passing before the really telling ball from Beresford. Good ball in on his return, and Ferdinand gets his second.
Goal number 3 for Newcastle, and it's number 2 for Les Ferdinand.
Beresford's pass and Ferdinand's strength and positioning made sure he got to it first. It's the 13th of the season now for Les Ferdinand. After 6 games without a goal, he's got a couple now against the team, of course, that he supported as a boy. Newcastle now 3-0 in the lead and looking good. Two goals in the win at Spurs in September, and another brace here today. And the points surely assured now, although Newcastle will presume nothing with so much time left to go. Seven games without a Premiership win, of course, till today. And Newcastle looking to put that sort of dismal record behind them, and now looking to do it with more than a touch of style. Spurs still coming forward though. It's Howells now looking for the return. It's left them exposed for the break again. Here's Lee Clark. Rob Lee takes over. Some room opening up for Rob Lee with the shot and the goal. And now Rob Lee gets in on the act. It's 4-0 now. And only Rob Lee's second goal in 25 Premiership starts, hence the grin. Very much in the familiar Rob Lee style though, running at the defence, always backing off him. He didn't hesitate and cracked it past Ian Walker. Such a danger when he moves forward into those attacking positions just behind the front men. The run from Lee Clark helped open up room and real authority when it came to the final finish. Picked it up early, kept on going, Spurs backed off him. There's the run around which helped add to the confusion, and back again by Clark, and tucked away the wrong side of Wilson and the worst side of keeper Ian Walker. So Rob Lee now makes it 4-0. And the goals, as in the first half, coming in quick succession. Maybe we're not finished. Clark tries one, well off the mark that time. Fine opportunity this for Lee Clark to stake his claim for a regular first team place. David Keegan may note the irony of losing a key attacker in Keith Gillespie and bringing on someone to make the midfield perhaps a little bit more solid, but it's given Newcastle a platform, just like the two early goals on which they seem very determined to build. Carr, knocked on by Fox. Hefty clearance. Spurs till today have been fairly tight at the back. Conceded 19 goals coming into this one so far in the Premiership. They've leaked 4 today. I wonder what John Scales makes of all this. Latest by the former Liverpool defender. Not able to play in this one after picking up an injury on his debut as a substitute. Certainly the defence looking less than solid now for Spurs. And Newcastle looking in the mood to carry on as well. Beardsley. Matty keeping it going. Watson. Ferdinand was looking for his third. Matty, Watson, Ferdinand, Clark, Lee, Beresford, Lee's again, Walker, excellent save. Rob Lee has got his range now, getting into the sort of positions that saw him really start to fire in the goals in previous seasons, and Walker, one of an excellent series of saves that he's pulled off, despite the 4 that have gone past him. Beardsley whipping it in. Calderwood having to get there ahead of Alan Shearer. Spurs, it's the sort of situation the manager looks at to see how they react. Have they got the pride, the professionalism to keep battling away, to make sure they don't concede any more and stop a heavy defeat turning into an absolute rout. Batty. "20 minutes gone in the second half. Newcastle 4-0 up. Albert both footed into that challenge, but legally so. Everson. It's not really troubled after a good run from the deeper position by Harry Nielsen. But there's no stopping Newcastle at the moment. Wilson trying to track back with Beardsley, but the flag does bring that move to a halt. Ferdinand caught the wrong side of the back line. Clark. This is Albert. Shearer with a good turn, looking for the shot. Straight at Ian Walker. As soon as he gets a sight of goal, the shot comes in. Not quite able to curl it around Walker as it would have required for the goal. Howes won that one. Watson that one. Wilson. Hislop had to improvise then. Kept his cool and his eye on the ball. And Newcastle off and running again through Rob Lee. Sheringham for Rule Fox. Everson was trying to make up the ground and stretch to bring that one under control, but it was always running away from him. Albert. Batty. That's a lovely ball by Batty and Clark, feeding it on now to Ferdinand. Clark again. Shearer. Stuck out of that one. Shearer could be the provider here. Campbell the defender. Shrugged off by Alan Shearer. Batty had to chase it as well. Still Tottenham can't get the ball though. Beresford finally conceding it. Sheringham. Well played by Batty to make sure Newcastle kept moving forward through Steve Watson now. Ferdinand. Beardsley. Beardsley took a deflection. Newcastle get the corner. It's all Tottenham need at the moment is a dodgy deflection. Beardsley with the corner. Clipped in there neatly. Half away. Down for Rob Lee. Can't get over the top of that one, but probably getting into shooting positions almost regular intervals in this game, when it hasn't been the case so much of this season. 9 goals he got last campaign. That's his sort of tally, sort of goal standard he would set for himself, around about the 10-goal mark a season. Calder knocking it forward. Foul given. Frustrating afternoon for Teddy Sheringham, the Spurs skipper. Not over yet by a long way either. With another 20 minutes to go. 4-0 to Newcastle. At the moment, as they say, Spurs fairly lucky to get nil. Here's Beresford. Played forward quickly, lovely flick there. Clark just couldn't quite get there. Wilson using his strength, bit of chaos, could let in Shearer. Tottenham escaping more by luck than judgment. Newcastle really determined in the midfield. The only way that David Batty can play. A bit too enthusiastic there with that foul on Ronnie Rosenthal, which gives Spurs the free kick. No booking, says Mr. Ashby, though. Knocked down there was aimed at Sheringham. Newcastle getting players in the way, getting their challenges in. keeping their score sheet remaining at 0. Ferdinand can't keep that one in. Wilson. Fox. Not sure what Jerry Francis can come up with to do something about this scoreline. He's pretty baffled himself. Ferdinand still prepared to do his share of the defensive duties. Fox chased by Beardsley. Everson chasing it. Peacock going over there to take charge. Just quietly gets on with his job, Darren Peacock. A man of few words, but certainly letting his defending do his talking for him this season. Very much the dependable figure at the back. Will Fox, still very well received by the home supporters. He was quite a favourite in his time at St James's Park. Fox's corner. Rosenthal, and a fine save from Hislop there. David Howells with the shot. That will please the returning keeper, preferred to Pavel Cernicek. Laid back by Rosenthal. Good strike, even better save. Corner to Spurs. Hislop stays where he is. Didn't have too much choice with the number of bodies ahead of him. Sheringham trying to keep it going. Fox. Wilson. Peacock. Campbell. Was the height of optimism from Stefan Everson. Too many complaints from the Newcastle fans this afternoon, had their value. Howells got to it first, and Beresford got to it second. Beresford again. Into the final 15 minutes. Fox, first time. Rosenthal got his header in. Not having to make the save on that occasion. Fox providing the service. Rosenthal got to it decently enough. Lee giving this the big chase. Again, perspiration pays off. with Stephen Carr pressurised into conceding that corner kick. Now, will that prove costly? Into the final 15 minutes, Peter Beardsley still scampering about like the first day of spring. Lee plays it in, Shearer couldn't get to it. Albert also hunting to get involved. Lee knocking it forward. Acrobatics didn't come off, and Calderwood was a major barrier to Shearer's progress. Ferdinand, Watson pushing it forward. Batty's on the run, having a good look at what might be on in the middle. Not his decision in the end. Ferdinand very deep. Lee. Shearer. Beardsley first time. Clark working to get the opening, that is. Rosenthal back there. Nielsen. Great block that by Beardsley. Back come Newcastle again. Clark keeps it in and has time. Batty. Beardsley. Albert made the run. Albert gets it this time completely unmarked. Philippe Albert never likes to miss out on a party, and now it's 5. He likes to come forward this time in a rout. Did it against Manchester United, and he's done it again on this occasion. Left in acres of space. How could you miss someone like him up in your own penalty area? He strokes it away. His 3rd goal of the season, and through the grasp of Ian Walker. Albert gets his goal, just over 10 minutes left, and now it's 5-0 to Newcastle. Beardsley applauding, full of smiles. Newcastle really have got their form back. It was absolutely vital. The defeat at Blackburn was so deflating for Kevin Keegan. 2 home games in quick succession. Newcastle really looking to push on now, as was Shearer then, until the referee hauled him back. Leeds are at St James's Park on New Year's Day, and maximum points from 2 successive home fixtures absolutely imperative for Newcastle to keep in the championship hunt. Oh, goal tally has had a bit of a boost as well in this one. Credit of 5 into the profit column. Powell's winning it back. The scoreline reflected in the confidence of the passing. Clark getting a bit of a buffeting there from Colin Calderwood. Beardsley. Shearer. Sheringham. Beresford couldn't quite cut it out, but Ferdinand still working flat out for the cause. Beardsley, Shearer's on a run, such strength in these positions. Out wide for Batty, Lee to Shearer, 6-0. It's a second for Alan Shearer. The finish so incisive, no time at all. Buried again. 2 for Shearer, the first time he's got a brace for Newcastle. They've all come in singles so far. Rob Lee providing the service, and a left foot finish there from probably the world's premier striker at the moment. All about instinct. His finishing is so clinical. A much used word, but absolutely fits Alan Shearer. Cool and incisive. Shearer has now scored in 14 of Newcastle's 22 matches that he's played in anyway. 6-0. 7 minutes left. 7 is the score to beat. 3 times under Kevin Keegan, Newcastle have come up with Keegan's own favourite number, the number 7. Beat Leicester 7-1 on that famous last day in Division 1. Swindon had 7 not past them back in the first season in the Premiership, and Notts County were also hit for 7 in the Coca-Cola League Cup. They're stuck on 6 at the moment, as Fox tries to come forward more out of habit than any great purpose. Spurs, who continue to play a very open game, which hasn't done their cause too much good. Viz the scoreline. Beardsley down for Rob Lee. And still Newcastle press on. Both Shearer and Ferdinand, of course, looking for hat-tricks. One or two others, no doubt, fancying a piece of the action while the going's good. Very good. It's a stroll now on a Saturday afternoon. Beardsley always willing to quicken the pace. And here's Clark. Here's Lee, rather. Into the middle there. Corrected by Walker, who's not had a bad game at all. Beardsley just getting it rather more brisk there. Stepping on it, not losing it. Lovely little cheeky flick, and Lee immediately checking to see what was on, but Beardsley full of ideas as usual. There's a solid tackle by Watson, with Batty on hand as well. Newcastle straight back, Clark. Beardsley, they get a second go at it. Powell's on a extended run here. Not for too long. Now Albert always likes to come forward as he can with the reassurance of a 6-goal lead. Lee, Albert. The chip shot is one of his specialities, but not on that occasion. Got it back again as we enter the last 5 minutes of the game. One-way traffic it's been. Here's Lee Clark. Ferdinand. Great save again by Walker. Continues to do his stuff. Shearer looking for that first Newcastle hat-trick. Beardsley knocking it in. Shearer came right on the blind side. Walker, great reactions. Beardsley always knew where his colleague was coming from, and the knees did it. Hat-trick would round off Shearer's afternoons, but not Ian Walker's. Batty. Beresford. Batty. Here comes Lee. It's 7. A magnificent 7. Seventh heaven. Call it what you like, but Newcastle are absolutely rampant now. Look at the smiles, especially on the face of Rob Lee. It's a second for him. Batty, so casual, setting it up 7th. And that is as good as it has got under Kevin Keegan, equalling his team's best tally in his nearly 5 years in control. Newcastle United 7, Spurs 0. They've got just about 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go for the record-breaking 8. Spurs continue to go through the motions in coming forward. Got a few men here. Blocked by Hislop, Beresford hesitated, and Nielsen gets one back. Maybe academic, but it's taken the gloss off of Shaka Hislop's afternoon. Nielsen, 4th of the season for him. He's scored in the last 3 games now, actually. Beresford just wanting a bit too much time and not realising Nielsen was right on his back. Rosenthal, the substitute, stabbing it in there. Sheringham denied by a good save by Hislop in the first place, and conceding that goal will have really annoyed the keeper back in the team today. Nielsen then gets the 8th goal, and it's registered to Tottenham. Newcastle 7, Spurs 1 now. Beardsley takes it up again, and Walker, his save count must be well into double figures. Ian Walker, end-to-end stuff now. Not much point with anything in the middle. Hislop can watch that one from Stefan Iversen drift past the post. Iversen there lining up his efforts, curling away all the time. An afternoon for forwards, but not Tottenham's. Inside they're smiling, don't worry about that. It's been a spectacular return to Newcastle's very best form. The goals have flowed, yes, but it's been the passing that's really zipped this afternoon. Knocked the ball about with the confidence and the style that became their trademark. And Shearer hunting the hat-trick. Oh! There is the final whistle. Jerry Francis and Keegan together. Unlucky mate, says Kevin Keegan. But there was nothing lucky about this 7-goal display. 2 for Shearer, first time he's hit a brace. 2 for Ferdinand as well, his first goals after 6 games without. And Rob Lee as well, back on the goal standard with another couple that will delight him. The fans certainly absolutely up for this Christmas display after the disappointments of Blackburn, after 7 games without a Premiership win. Albert chipped in as well, as is his wont. But Peter Beardsley, the Newcastle skipper, will know his team are really back this time. The warning hammered out to the rest of the Premiership: don't rule Newcastle out of this one yet. The applause tells the story, and the story is an emphatic one for Newcastle United. They have destroyed Tottenham Hotspur this afternoon. The final scoreline: Newcastle United 7, Spurs 1.